oro eso lo que tiene.
He's not good. Something.
I've always said that adventure is probably the greatest thing in life. And when you're going through a big life change or a life struggle like my friend Mike and Dave, getting outside, getting away from your phone, and really having a larger perspective of your problems is probably the best way to figure it out. And I thought if I put both of those guys together, not only could Dave help Mike through his changes, but also being on an adventure would really give a place to give a lot more space to think and work through some of these problems. When you're in these times of your life, you find out really who your friends are. And a lot of the people who you thought were your friends all of a sudden don't want to return your phone calls anymore. And I just don't want Mike to think that he's in that boat, at least when it comes to myself and Dave. I mean, we're here and we're going to help him through it.
I mean, it's been a tough year. You know, you're stripped out of everything you know and what you're known for, and have to kind of pick up and put the pieces back together. And you know, Jason called and said I didn't have a choice. So going to Mexico and getting a chance to recharge the batteries and talk to some guys and be open about it and transparent, maybe it's just what I need.
You know, Mike and I are in real similar positions in our life right now. Mike's struggling with a decision to make whether he goes back to the NBA. I was on Gold Rush for 7 years, and what's next? I don't know. So Jason says, let's go fishing, let's talk about it. So maybe this trip, I can help Mike out. I can get some perspective from Jason and Mike. That's what guys need to do. You know, we need to lock arms.
I've been fly fishing since I was about 13, and now it's a lot more about who you fish with rather than the numbers of fish that you catch. You know, you never know. It's a craft, it's a beautiful thing to do, and as one of my favorite people said, it's a great way to spend a day.
You know, we were getting some supplies, so I just cut out, I saw a stream. I had a friend that's a geologist, and he was actually had set up a gold mine up in the hills. So I knew those hills had gold in it, so I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna stick a pan in that creek.
Where's Dave?
I don't know. He said somewhere in this, but I don't know the name of the streets. There's no street signs. There he is.
Dave!
Where have you been?
You know what? I told you guys, I had a buddy that was a geologist down here. I told you guys there was gold here.
There's
Check
gold
this out.
in...
I am not kidding you. Look at this. Watch this.
And you just found it right here?
Yeah, right here in this little stream. It comes out of those hills. I'm telling you guys,
Who's-
there's gold here.
So it was like in no man's land, on nobody's
Every
property?
time I take him fishing, he ends up golding.
Yeah, but he's got gold.
Yeah, but look at this. I've never done this before, okay?
You think we can go back?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, let's go fish.
I think he thinks rooster fish are more valuable than what I got in this pan.
All right.
Oh, crap.
Hey, but you guys don't speak Spanish, right?
No shit, they're after that.
Hola. Hola, buen día.
Hey, hola.
¿Algún problema?
No problem.
no
No problems.
No,
¿Pasaporte? ¿Documentos?
I think he wants our passports.
Yeah, sure.
You don't have
sure.
Hey, I don't have my passport. I think I left it at the hotel.
¿Es tuyo?
What do you mean you left it at the hotel?
I didn't know we were
Hey, ¿su pasaporte?
It's at the hotel.
¿Y qué es oro eso lo que tiene ahí? ¿Qué es? ¿De dónde lo sacó? Oro.
Oro.
He-
Poquito oro.
Poquito oro. A ver. ¿Me permite?
He's
por
not
favor?
going to keep
¿Me
that.
permite? Un tantito, por favor.
No, he's not going to
No,
keep.
no, no,
he's
no.
not.
He's not gonna.
keeping.
He's not gonna.
He's not going to.
He's not gonna. No.
Hold on.
Dave, it's
This
all
is
right.
kind of silly. Okay.
What a cluster. This whole arrest thing. I didn't know whether it was a joke. I wasn't sure if they were serious. A neighbor must have turned us in, must have saw me panning the gold, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm not speaking Spanish, they're not speaking English, and this thing escalated quick. I mean, those guys were big dudes, and they were serious. And all of a sudden, I'm up against the truck, they're throwing the handcuffs on me, throw me in the back of the car, and off I go. And the only thing I was thinking is, maybe Jason, being a senator, can get me out of this.
He wasn't going to keep the gold. He's just.
Pásale para allá, por favor. Pásale para allá, por favor. Para allá. Retírense para allá.
Okay.
Dave, I'll get you out.
Jason, do something.
Dave, I'll get you out.
This is not funny.
We'll get it figured out.
Come on, man, do something.
I think I'm mad about the gold, not the passport. That's great.
What just happened? So they cuff Dave and they take him away, and we don't know where he's going. I don't know if he's headed to La Paz. I don't know if he's going to Cabo. And all I'm thinking about is get somebody on the embassy and I can figure this out. But it's Saturday. The embassy's closed. I can't get anybody. I can't get a hold of the ambassador. And it's just, you know, it just quickly got out of control. And then we trying to figure out how much money we've got and try to, you know, pioneer this and do it on our own. And I mean, it was really scary. I loathed having to call Shelly.
Quickly is the right word. It happens so fast. One minute they pull up and are, we think they're friendly, although he had an AK hanging around his neck. But then it's just, they see Dave's got gold and boom, he's in the car and gone. We try to talk, we get shoved away, and you and I were afraid we were going to get cuffed too. It's crazy. I thought it was a joke.
Put the other guy back on.
Look,
he at least understood what I'm saying.
Call Chief of Staff and pull him out of committee.
No.
This is an emergency. How much cash do we have?
Hang on.
How much cash do we have?
Maybe $1,000?
Hi, Shelly. Yeah.
No.
We got ourselves in a little bit of a situation. He's been arrested, and we'll call you as soon as we get him. It's just a big misunderstanding.
Don't worry her.
All right. I will. All right. Bye.
So it was just a big misunderstanding. There I am in jail. We cleared it up pretty quickly. I handed him the gold. I says, I'm really not here to steal gold. I was on private property. It was a huge mistake. I handed him the gold, said they can have it. So we cleared it up pretty quickly. But here's the problem. I don't have my wallet. I don't have my passport. I don't even have an address of the hotel. So they give me one phone call. So I called Jason and I get his voicemail. And all I can tell is I said, I'm walking back to the hotel, see if I can find it. So I start walking towards the ocean, and the only thing I have references is that chapel on top of the hill. So I start walking that way.
So eventually I get the message that he's been released and he's walking back, but he doesn't know where he's been. He's only been to the hotel once. The only thing I can think of is that he knows there's an ocean and he probably remembers the big chapel on the hill, but that's the only place I know to start to look for him.
Is that him?
God. Oh, man.
Good to see you guys.
Holy.
Holy smokes, man, what a day.
Where have you been?
They put me in jail.
They put you in jail.
I think
Put me in
you're
jail.
done. You're out.
Next time I go to pan gold in a foreign country, tell me to not do that, okay?
Is that what they were upset about?
Yeah, it was just a big mistake. Just a big mistake. I should have never picked up a pan. Well, I can mark that one off my bucket list. I spent a little time in a Mexican jail. But the good news is we're gonna go fishing, have some good times with some good friends.
All right, enough of this. Let's
Go catch some
Can we go catch some fish? Are you all right?
Yeah, catch some fish.
My gosh, man.
Yeah. Dave, you worry me. No one's wife's gonna let him go with me anymore. Fly fishing doesn't always make sense. 2 flights, layover, fly to a different country. Go through customs, get on a van, drive up into the desert, take all your stuff out of the van, get on an ATV. ATV across the desert to a location, and then make sure your men that you're hosting, in my case, Mike and Dave, get a couple hours of sleep and don't get too cranky. Get them up a couple hours before dawn, prep all your gear, call in some favors with some guide friends of yours who know where the fish are, jump in a boat at dawn, motor out to find a bunch of bait, catch the bait, try to keep it alive while we're chasing and trying to find the elusive roosterfish. Now you get absolute newbies, Mike and Dave. Teach them how to cast into the wind for the roosterfish on the hopes that the roosterfish might take, and if he does take, play him, take a picture of him, and let him go. To most people, that might sound absolutely foolish, but to me, I absolutely love it. Roosterfish are really found in abundance here and here only, and they're really spooky fish. And what they are is they move in these gangs, kind of like a street gang. And they are the big fish. So when they roll into a beach or when they roll through, everybody else gets out of their way. So oftentimes you find these bait balls. And if the bait ball is looking like it's exploding and all the fish are trying to get away, there's a good chance that there's some big gang member, a big rooster fish in there intimidating them. More often than not, the best way to catch them is off the beach. I mean, who would have thought that? When you see a fish, grab your rod, start casting, and you gotta have tight loops. Everything's gotta be tight because it's windy and you wanna be really accurate with your cast. But you've gotta run after him and then get your fly to land just in front of him at the right time. While you're stepping on your line, while waves are messing you up. It's a little bit of a trick and it doesn't sound normal, but you get the hang of it.
Well, when I fished as a kid, you know, we trolled. You put the rod in the holder and you just kind of kick back and enjoy and have a sandwich. And next thing I know, we're being asked to sprint up and down a beach like we're at NFL minicamp. What was this all
That's what
about?
I thought. I thought we were going to go relax on a beach, right? Kind of have a relaxing time, kind of get to know each other. And what do? We're ending up sprinting up and down a beach.
Cutting our feet on seashells and all kinds of stuff.
And then you're battling the waves, you're trying to beat the wind, and I was like, this is why we came to Mexico.
And I said, there's a fish right there, that shadow. What shadow?
Yeah, I know it. And then
Go get it!
And then they were like, no, that's a needlefish. You don't want to catch
That's
those.
a turtle.
Oh, not the turtles, not the needlefish. How the hell are we supposed to know
I don't
the
know.
difference?
It was an experience.
Yeah, nice job, Jason.
Open casting in the wind will not catch a fish. You've got to get your loops tight. And I kept telling Mike how to hold his rod, and he kept going back to like a golf swing. But over time, he got it.
Rooster fish are very visual, and when you see those things come up and their little dorsal fins that look like a rooster, it's amazing. They come out of the water, they're aggressive, they're trying to grab your bait. Unfortunately, I haven't caught one yet though. My goal is, before I leave here, I'm going to catch a rooster fish.
So what do? I mean, I've got opportunities to go back to broadcasting, back to the NBA where I was, but that means leaving the area and uprooting the kids, and so I stay home. But what do? I gotta be a provider. I don't know.
Mike's a little down. I want to pick him up. He's got some really tough decisions ahead of him. He either goes back to the NBA or he goes down another path. Main thing is what makes you happy. What are you working for?
Right. No, I know. Family. I mean, that's wife, kids.
Yeah.
And if I can provide and be there at the same time, it's just hard. It's just hard. It's hard to think about walking away from something that you're good at and that you're known for and saying, no, I'm going to go do something else.
You're great at it. And that's who you were for 17 years, Mike. You were the voice of the Trailblazers. And now you've got a big decision to make.
I missed a lot of stuff. And I just don't think I can go do that again. A little bit of travel is one thing, but that kind of life, it feels like it's almost, unless you're Superman, it's that, all kinds of travel, or it's being the kind of dad I want to be. to my kids and the kind of husband I want to be to my wife. That's what I got to be.
It's crushing. I mean, I feel his pain. I've been there. I know what he's gone through. But you have to make a decision. You have to move on. And to do that, it takes prayer, it takes time, and it takes a path. You got to move down a path.
Well, Dave's been a reality star, but there's so much more depth there than people realize. You talk to most people, and honestly, they're just probably waiting for their turn to talk. That's not Dave's way. He's a great listener, gives great advice, and those are the kind of guys I want to spend time with.
Paths are made for walking. So my advice to you is put your boots on, get on the path, start walking. You got me, you got Jason. We're going to get through this. You know it? Yeah.
Here's where we're at. Dave has a criminal record. Mike is still bummed. Can't find a rooster. I got to give these guys a break.
Okay, here we go. Now we got two. You got him, you got him, you got him. Got it. Yeah, all right, Mike. Woo! Let him run, let him run, let him run. Let him slide out of your hands. Okay. Get him on the reel. Keep him tight, though. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. Let him slide out and get him on the reel. There you go. Thank you. Woo!
Gracias, gracias.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Wow. Go there.
Yeah, everybody's catching roosterfish. I was that close to being skunked, and that would not set well with me. I'm a competitive guy. I love to fish. I've fished my whole life. I'm not a world-class fisherman like Jason, but I was a little bit nervous. Came down to the last day, but I caught my fish.
Yeah! Yeah, Dave! That's what I'm talking about!
My friends wanted to help me, I think, gain perspective. The guys around me know what I should do and what I shouldn't do and what's best for me and what's not. And so to be around guys who truly have my best interests at heart was great. Because of the week and because of the 3 days and because of my friends, now I know what I gotta do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Man, look at that, what a view.
Can you believe how much we packed into 3 days?
Don't we all know somebody that needs something just like this? It's exactly what I needed. I say we do this again, but bring somebody along with us. I'm in.
We went fishing, we went horseback riding, we were in Mexico, but it was more than that. It was bigger than that. We locked arms, we helped the guy get through some difficult times, and you know what? That's what it's all about. That's why we went.
This trip, it changed me. Adventure with good friends, it's a great way to change your perspective.
It felt great to have Mike and Dave join me, and I think Mike goes away with a different point of view, so it's a total success.
It's been a good trip.
Awesome.
How you feel?
Feel good. Feels good coming back up here, kind of where it all began.
Hanging out with friends,
Yeah.
fishing. Doesn't get any better than this, does
No.
it?
The hill. It's been a hard week.
It's been a tough
It
week.
has been a
hard
A fun week, but a hard week.
It's been fun though. 3 days. Now it's time to go home.